Hey you guys, my name is Jennifer Collins and I'm a realtor here in Northeast Arkansas, and I am helping you guys out with studying for your Arkansas real estate exam, and we're going to go through questions 80 through 90 in this video, okay? First question is, a licensee wishes to advertise a personally owned condo for rent. The licensee may not advertise the condo without A, getting the employing broker's permission, B, stating in the advertisement the name of his or her brokerage firm, C, getting the local board of realtors permission, or D, showing number of bedrooms and baths and amount of rent owed. So the answer here is B, stating in the advertisement the name of his or her brokerage firm. So here, the other items indicate that you would have to get someone's permission, and then number of bedrooms or bathrooms and how much rent. So no, the brokers don't want to sit there and micromanage everything that you are doing. They're having to trust you that you're going to do it correctly and the way the AREC guidelines state. So if you have the name of the brokerage firm in it, then you have someone you're answering to, and it's kind of like, okay, we're giving them the credit because it's not just your listing, it's actually the brokerage's listing. Okay. 81. Salesperson J through H placed the following order with the telephone company. List my name in the directory under her heading Real Estate as JH Real Estate Salesperson, Residential Property, my specialty. JH is also required to include D, employing broker's firm name. So any that says a directory. So basically, anytime you say you're selling real estate, you have to include the broker's name or the broker firm's name. You are not working independently as an agent. You have to be under a broker and you have to be in submission to the broker. A lot of times agents will get a big head and not really want to give credit to the broker or just kind of act like it's theirs and things happen. And so anyway, why they've had to make it such a big deal is because people will advertise. They'll put a big billboard up that has just their face, but they don't really want to show that they submit to a broker or brokerage. So anyway, that is required to show the broker's firm name. 82, a broker who wishes to place a for sale sign on a listed property must first A, obtain the written consent of the owner of the property. B, sell the property. C, list the property. D, get permission of the neighbors. No. So we have to have written consent in order to put a for sale sign up. Written consent. Okay. 83, when advertising real property, real estate licensees, if you're advertising, you what? I'm just going to read the answer. C, must indicate that the ads were placed in the name of a licensed real estate broker. So 3 questions so far indicate that you have to tell who the broker is. The other options you can see may state only the licensee's box number or street address, may simply give a telephone number to call for more information, must identify the owner of the property. No, nobody cares. They just want to know the brokerage firm that it's listed under. Okay, listings based on a net price are A, more profitable because no minimum is set to the amount of the commission collectible. B, legal in Arkansas as long as the seller agrees. C, unethical in Arkansas at any time. And D, permissible with the approval of the commission. Listings based on a net price are unethical. So a net price is bring home money after fees and that kind of thing. No, it's unethical in Arkansas at any time. 85. An elderly couple told the broker that they wanted to sell their house and net $50,000 for the sale. The broker accepted the listing and sold it for $160,000. He gave $50,000 to the sellers and kept the rest. Which of the following is correct? A, the broker should have given the seller a better appraisal for the value of their house. B, the broker's commission exceeds statutory and NAR guidelines. C, the broker accepted an unethical net listing. D, as the seller's agent, the broker had a duty to sell the house for as much as possible. And so the answer is C. The broker accepted an unethical net listing, because what they're saying is the elderly couple said they didn't care what happened. They just wanted to make sure they netted $50,000 for the sale. So no one knows if it was actually the right price or the right value. Okay, it's illegal. 86. In Arkansas, real estate commission rates are negotiable between the broker and the principal. So real estate commission rates have been anywhere from 1% to 10%. There has been a common percentage of 6 or 7%, but this is always negotiable between the broker and the principal. It's not set by the local board of realtors. It's not determined by a local group of brokers, because that's illegal to do. That's called price fixing. And it's not set by the Arkansas Real Estate Commission. You are your own broker, and the principal is the person selling it, okay, or they're the buyer. Okay, 86. $87. Commissions earned by a broker in a real estate sales transaction, A, are determined by agreement of the broker and his or her principal. Oh, goody, something's burning down in my house. No, it's not. Okay, good. So this question again says commissions are agreed upon by the broker and his or her principal. If you look at the question before, it says that they're negotiable between the broker and the principal. So the commissions are... That is your answer every time. If you see that, you know it's right, and don't even read anything else. They can't be deducted from the earnest money. Anyway, we're going on. 88. All funds received by a broker on behalf of his or her principal must be deposited in an escrow or trust account within how many days? 3 days of obtaining all signatures for the contract. They have 3 days to deposit money into the trust account or escrow. 3, not 1 day of receiving the offer, or 1 working day, or 3 days of receiving the offer, but 3 days after the contract has been signed by all parties in escrow. What's escrow? That's a trust account that is just for that address. So it would be ledgered to just that address. Okay, 89. A broker delivered $500 cash to ABC Escrow Closing Service per the instructions of the buyer and seller. The day of closing, the escrow's closing agent called to tell the broker $500 was missing. So who's responsible? Who is responsible? Is it the closing service? Is it the buyer and the seller? Is it not allowed? No. The principal broker is always responsible for funds delivered in connection with a real estate transaction. The broker, the broker, the broker. Who does it fall on? The broker. They drive this home, because if you are going to end up having your own brokerage one day, then you're going to be responsible, which means you have to write everything down or get an accountant to ledger everything and keep track. Okay, 90. A broker received an accepted contract and earnest money deposit. Under Arkansas law, the broker should open a special separate escrow account that will contain funds for this transaction only, separate from the funds received in any other transaction. No. B, deposit the money in an existing special escrow account in which all earnest money received from buyers may be held at the same time. That is yes. So you can have one account that's your trust account, but with each deposit, you will have a ledger for each address, okay? But then you will have the master ledger that shows credits and debits for all accounts. You'll record every single check. You'll record what address it's for in a debit or credit. Let's go ahead and go to 91. Which of the following is correct if a broker establishes an account to hold money belonging to others? A, all checks, deposit slips, and bank statements must include the word escrow or trust as part of the account name. They don't need to be escrow or business. The account cannot be in the same bank as the broker's personal checking account, and an individual account is required for each transaction? No. An individual account is not required for each transaction. All checks, deposit slips, and bank statements must include the word escrow or trust as part of the account name. So, if you have 10 properties you're managing and you are taking rent for each one of those properties, you're going to have say you'll have your deposit for that property, but you're going to make sure that that is recorded on the entire bank statement, okay? And then it's going to be labeled escrow or trust. Okay, so those are your questions for this video, and thank you so much. Bye.